Phil. I hope you are having a wonderful day, and more importantly, you're having a wonderful time listening to the conversations on Nigeria Info Port Harcourt. I am Kalada Korubatabo. You can follow me on social media, D Kalada, TheKalada. Now, like I advertised not too long ago, it's time for us to switch conversations. And right now, I want us to look at the APP, Actions People Party. Now, for a while now, the party has been in the limelight. I remember August 12, 2024, we talked about the party because there was the report of an explosion at the party secretariat here in River State. Now, while I was on leave, while I was away from work, I got calls. Oh, please, we want to talk to the chairman of APP. Security, is it a guard was shot at the party secretariat yet again. And before then, the rumors were flying left, right, center as to, and I did have the conversation at the time, and some people, I think if I remember vividly, Mufasa called in and was like, "Oh, how can I say that the governor is being pushed out of the party?" And by the way, some members of the BOT had also visited the governor, and the governor said, "Oh no, I remain a PDP member. I remain a PDP governor. I'm not leaving the party. I stay in the party." But if you remember, I'm doing a lot of remembrance today. If you remember, the PDP held congresses, even though some people have said, "Oh, illegal congresses," they did, the congresses nonetheless. And the governor and his supporters were not, a party to those congresses. And it looks like the congresses may have been recognized. I don't know. I'm not a member of the PDP. However, on the 3rd of is it September or the 2nd, Aaron Chukwemeka was on the Morning Crossfire, and he did made strong comments that those who did not participate may likely not get any benefits from the party, right? So the question I've always asked, where does it leave supporters of the governor? Is it really APP? Sonny Woke-Kora, who is the chairman of the APP, has released a statement as seen on Daily Post, I think published yesterday. He did say there is no such thing, that there is a process to selection of candidates for the local government election according to the party's constitution, and that is what has been followed. By the way, a certain Prince Favor, who's a chieftain of the Labour Party, was one who now made this rumor a very big conversation, where he said that the governor is handpicking. Yeah, you heard me right. He said the governor is handpicking who will become local government chairman. So we would take it one step at a time. I'm going to play Sonny Woke-Kora's conversation with me on Hard Facts a while ago. And he said something about political rivalry, people not wanting Rivers' political party, or people interested in the politics in Rivers State, to join the party. What can you say about that? Do you have any rift with anybody, any political rivalry with anybody? There are rumors that some people, some notable politicians, want to join your party to use it as a vehicle to run for the local government elections. What details can you give us, please?
What the truth must be told. As a matter of fact, most of the so-called legislators in PDP today, who have been privileged to be in one office or another, over and above the rest of us, we are not even foundation members of this party. I, Sonny Woke-Kora, DSS and Rex, was a foundation member of PDP. As a matter of fact, I was among the committee that admitted most of these people into the party. Unfortunately, the ideas of the party has been abandoned. And you come to the current national executive of the party. I said it before, and I have no apologies in saying it. The national chairman is a contractor's national chairman. The national secretary is a confused national secretary. And the legal advisor is very...
First, his nemesis that is fighting Wiki. You are part of the rotting system that destroyed the system.
I do think I have my sounds mixed up. Sorry, apologies for that. So I'm going to play the sound bite once again for you. Apologies, my system. And I was looking for it. All right.
Committee that admitted most of this people into the party. Unfortunately, the ideas of the party has been abandoned. And you come to the current national executive of the party. I said it before, and I have no apologies in saying it. The national chairman is a contractor's national chairman. The national secretary is a confused national secretary. And the legal advisor is very inept legal advisor because they don't really know what party administration is. But every given time, you discover there are party people who have done anti-party activity and within the tenets of the party constitution that ought to face party disciplinary measures. But those people will keep low. So what I have decided with a few of us is to, okay, we are done with it. Instead of resorting to violence, why don't you find another avenue for us to aspire to anyway, and then that's what it is. And since they have carried on with their party, we heard that last time they did town hall congresses, which ought not to be, and all that. We didn't bother ourselves with all that. We are forward-looking people who know what we want and we're determined.
So let me get you right. You're saying now members of the APP.
I said some of us.
So could the rumors be true? We'll find out. I've got Francis David Matthew joining me. He is a Labour Party stakeholder in Rivers State and part of the organisers of the 1 million march, during the 2023 electioneering period. Welcome, Francis. It's good to have you on the show.
Thank you. Welcome. Thank you.
All right. So we focused on local governments. The local government structure in Rivers. It's been a course of arguments and debates and political fights in the state. My first question to you is, what do you make of your party member statement, Prince Favour? You know Prince Favour?
Yeah.
I think, is this still the South Vice Chairman? There is also the argument to that, but let's not delve in. What do you make of his statement?
I want to believe that when people speak certain things, they speak maybe from a point of information that they have that we might not have, or it might just be a result of consultations, what they feel is happening.
Okay.
But I want to believe strongly that it's, in my opinion, that we should cut the governor at least some slack, because I don't believe that he will want to be like Nyesom Wike.
How do you mean be like Nyesom Wike?
One of the reasons why the Governor Fubara, has gotten a lot of us to support him was basically because of the high-handedness and the decision to always choose everybody at every point who leads against the will of the people, that is like it's supposed to be in a democracy. Rivers people have a very straight behavior. If they see you as trying to impose people on them, they react.
But sorry, to call you short. Does it not look what has always happened in 1999 should become governor with orderly, or was it Marshall Ali, or if people who always would say let him be, and you saw it, is it really a thing, or is it? We should establish that we've seen or in Nigerian thing.
If you are just like the Amechi issue you said now, a lot of people supported him against the person handpicked by the then governor then. Who was the same thing. Amechi was supported against Amechi.
Okay.
Or you being until you do and all of that. Something was found, and that's why he got the support he got.
But he's also happy, so to say. Nyesom Wike would always say, I bought from.
All that the support Fubara got election Rivers people can't be compared to what he got prior to the election.
Okay.
Because let's be straight with you, both the four happened between Wike and President Governor Fubara. Fubara support base overnight, Governor Fubara support base overnight more than quadrupled. All over Rivers, everybody was singing Fubara. People were ready to come out on the streets to say, no, it must be Fubara. We're not going to stand by and watch you remove our governor. Why? because Rivers people hate oppression. So if the governor is going to allow a level playground, he will have no issues with Rivers people. Labour Party, Obedience supported him. Most of the people that are in the simplified movement, I have a lot of them who still call me, we still keep in touch, though I refuse to join. Obedience. But if today they have to choose between Peter Obi say and Fubara say, they will go with Peter Obi say.
Okay.
Because to us, the Obedient movement is a movement for Nigeria to save the country from this decadence that it's in now. You know, we tried in 2023, didn't work, but we're still going to try again.
And when you say movement for Nigeria, I guess you're very much going to participate as Obedience during the local government elections. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes, in this case, because we've gotten to understand that power is not served à la carte, and you can't build something on nothing. You have to build from the ground up. We've gotten to understand that. So we are going to choose our own Obedience. They might be across party lines anyway, you know, but as Obedience, we are going to choose particularly people that have shown passion for the Peter Obi agenda and the Rescuing Nigeria agenda, the People Initiative.
Okay, but you see, I'm a little bit confused, and I guess a lot of listeners would be confused as well when you say that there is support for the governor, right?
Yes.
But you are going to choose candidates that would rescue Nigeria. Now, the governor is involved in a political fight. Now, the last conversation I had before I was absent for work for about 8 days was with a lawyer who said the governor must ensure that he takes hold of the political structure at the local government level, or else he would not become governor in 2027. What do you make of that?
In a bid to fight oppression, do not become the oppressor.
Okay.
Don't become what you criticize. That's my own statement to the governor or to whoever is encouraging the governor to be like what he is fighting against. The ideal thing in a situation like this would be to build bridges.
Okay.
You know, to build, it's a democracy. You must allow the people to have a say in who governs them. The good thing he has going for him as governor right now is that the people love him. Particularly because of the way he was standing against Wike and all of that, and that godfatherism syndrome we have in Rivers State. The people have gone to love him. If he becomes what he has constantly fought against, that love will disappear. So create a level playing field, if you ask me, and create bridges, then work with people who are ready. Everybody's no Rivers person today that would say they want to support to push Fubara out of office.
Let me put you on a hot seat.
Okay.
You're the governor. You fought your godfather. There were people who helped you fight your godfather, because you can't fight it alone, right?
Yes.
And in politics, you should compensate the people. I mean, in Nigeria, even in politics abroad, you should compensate the people who helped you fight. What do you think you would have done if you were governor in this current? Because some people are saying he has to put his lawyer list there, most especially because the Supreme Court has given some level of autonomy to the local governments.
Bridges are built on the job. You can't control everything, and that's why we have a democracy, and that's why it's called a democracy. Because it's impossible for one man to control everything that happens in a system, in a state, or in a country. The diverse views, opinions, contributions help to make the state grow. If you try to stifle voice, if I was the governor, I won't try to stifle voices. I'll listen to the voices, and I'll listen to what the people are saying. In a case where the people have supported me, I would be able to campaign and convince them to say, vote for those who will ensure that I remain there to serve you.
And then you're saying, okay, let's make it a level playing field. But what if the opponents are not making it a level playing field, and then you lose the election? I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just trying to paint a picture for you. Don't you think the governor would have shot himself on the foot?
You see, that's because he thinks that they will be able to win him if he plays a level playing field. He has the support.
Okay.
He has the people.
Okay.
All he needs to do at this point is to find a common ground with the people that he has had cut across party lines. You can't have people from one particular party supporting the governor. Then there seems like there's some form of foul play.
From the look of things, may have kicked out his supporters. Are you still saying he should not, try to hold his supporters and pull them into office? I come back to that. You answer that question. I do have a commercial break. When we do come back, I will talk some more. Please just stay tuned. .3 Nigerian for 28 minutes gone past 4. And I am Canada Kurubat. I've got Francis David Marchu in the studio. But before I go back to Francis, who, by the way, is a stakeholder Labour Party here in Rivers State, I want us to listen to Aaron Chukwuemeka, who was discussing with Ifemi Andrew on, is it the 2nd? Yeah, the 2nd of September. Take a listen.
State Congress, which I was elected. In that Congress, you see how colorful that Congress was. Delegates, most statutory delegates, those who were not there, maybe they were not delegates to that election. But the governor you made mention of, any letter that comes to the party, they will write the governor first. Before, they will write to the party chairman and copy the governor. Governor was aware of that Congress. So the issue of governor was not present. I don't know, because I expected that governor would be in that Congress. His seat was there. We did every arrangement. So any person challenging that Congress is not fair.
All right, so you had Aaron Chukwemeka there. Once again, welcome, Francis David Marchu. And before the break, I was asking you a similar question. It looks like, the people who are opponents, who are opposition, are not playing nice and fair. They are not, playing the game. Politics is a game of strategy, so they're not coming to smile at you and play with you. And it looks like the governor has been hit hard. Are you saying that he should once again not carry the hands of his supporters, into office at the local government level? I mean, it's wrong. Democracy should be allowed to play, but the opponents are not playing democracy.
Okay. So at this point now, if he decides as governor to be the bigger man, he will end up gaining much more than he would lose if he decides to get into that same circle of fight that they are throwing at him. And I'll explain to you. She was not in Labour, Senator, sorry.
Okay.
She was not in Labour Party prior to the elections.
Okay.
In fact, most of the votes that she got from obedience in a different party was because of her support for Peter Obi. And she won her seat. Today, she has become a stakeholder in the Labour Party.
Okay.
Very, very loyal to Peter Obi. If Peter Obi had said, no, don't vote for her, I'm not going to work with her, she's in a different party, he wouldn't have been getting the support he's getting from Ireti Kingibe today.
Okay.
So that's where forward thinking comes in. If you want to actually be the kind of leader that your people want you to be, you must find a way to give them what they want without stifling their voices and without losing your own dominance as a politician. That's where the game of politics comes in, and that's where the governor has the ability to now show if he's a masterful politician or just wants to be a tyrant like those he's fought against. So he has to go a different path from those he's fighting against.
So if I understand you clearly, because I've tried so many ways to throw questions at you, if I understand you clearly, you're saying that the governor should have candidates from all political parties?
Exactly. He should allow candidates from all political parties who the people want, because most of these candidates supporting the people are supporting are actually supporting the governor. So the moment you close the door or you shut the door at them, you've created an enemy for yourself. So you are now recruiting people against you for the people you are fighting against.
So some of the caretaker chairmen are also gunning for the office, substantive chairman. And some of them are people who have been loyal and who have helped in the fight, the political fight in the state. Are you saying you should not listen to the cries of those people, but listen to the cries of everybody?
I love this question because the governor has given them a pedestal for the past 3 months or thereabouts. Go and be caretaker chairman of your LGAs. If in 3 months you are a good person, you don't need to do much. Because now if we go to the polls, all the people in your LGA will vote for you. So he has given you 3 months to go and work with your people. Give them an impression of what you are. Now at this point, we're going to the polls. The work you have done in 3 months should speak for you. The people should be able to come and say, this man did very well, or he did abysmally. If he did abysmally and he can't get the people's support, and the governor goes ahead to throw that kind of person at the people will react. And when they react, he has created an enemy for himself greater than the enemies he's currently fighting.
Before you came into the studio, I was arguing with Zion from GRA, and I was telling Zion that most of the times the majority is not correct, right? So let's say the people want particular candidates. What if they're wrong? How should the people get the right politicians into office at the local government level? Because before you came in once again, I was mentioning how in Kano State, NDLEA did say about 20 aspirants um, were drug addicts, so to say, were drug users. I think users, is the word I was looking for, drug users. So how do we ensure that the right people are in office?
The system of governance we run is a democracy. It's not a monarchy. So it's not for a leader to choose that, okay, this is the right person for you. It's for the people to have a say. So if you have a level playground and the people are well informed, Rivers people are very educated, and they are well informed. They know what's good for them. They can select and choose based on track record, based on precedence. Okay, this is amongst these 4 candidates. This is the best person for us because he has been there. He has shown he loves the people. He has the people at heart. We're going to vote for him. Apart from areas where you don't have access to the people directly, where somebody has to speak on behalf of the people. I don't think in upward areas like Port Harcourt and Obiakpo, you'd have a problem selecting for the people who a correct leader is. We saw it in the last elections. People on the presidential election day, you saw how people voted in Rivers State, even though at the collation center the results changed to what we didn't
allegedly, INEC is insisting the results were correct, but go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, INEC would always insist because they conducted the election. Have you seen the referee that would tell you that I didn't blow well on the match I refereed on? Okay. So that tells you that Rivers people are informed enough to make their choice. You can guide that choice as a leader. How do you do that? Show support for the one who you are choosing. There's nothing wrong in that. Oh, I'm choosing this candidate. Show support for him, but still allow a level playing field.
So what if the governor indeed is trying to use the APP? How do you think Rivers people would react?
It's going to have it very, very difficult.
How do you mean? He's the governor?
He's the governor. We've seen governors that have had it very difficult, particularly after they did certain things and the people reacted. The people react then and after, and he's in a dicey situation because right now he's having an uphill battle politically. So he needs the support of his people. You can't just give your people broad spectrum, hey, everybody choose APP and follow APP. If they agree to follow APP, then fine. You've pointed them out, okay. But if they tell you that, Oga, see this APP and this guy we did this APP will not deal, see where we did. You look at the person that they've chosen and then decide that, okay, it's not someone that's going to fight me, so I'll allow him, I'll let him be. Because the popular candidates in local government elections, remember the LG elections are not like presidential or state governorship elections. This is a grassroots election. If you're not on ground, you're not on ground. If the people in a ward or a unit have decided, that's the general populace now have decided that this is the person we are going to vote, you can take it anywhere, bring it back. That resolve is usually unshakable.
All right. So on Daily Post, as published today, the Action People's Party APP in Rivers State has refuted allegations made by Labour Party chieftain Prince Favour Ruben, claiming that Governor Fubara is handpicking the party's candidates for the upcoming October 5 local government elections. Now, Ruben, the South Vice Chairman of the Labour Party, made the accusation during a press briefing on Monday in Port Harcourt. However, in a statement issued on Tuesday, APP urged Ruben to focus on preparing for the elections instead of engaging in baseless accusations. The party's state chairman, Sonny Woke-Koro, dismissed Ruben's claims as childish and misinformed. He said, and I quote, in that statement, Ruben clearly showed a very deep lack of knowledge about how party administration is run. Ordinarily, one wouldn't respond to the gibberish or give him the publicity he's looking for. The issue of political party administration regarding their Congress and primaries is contained in each party's constitution. Every party has its modus operandi, and the Action People's Party is not exempted from that. All right, he said, we've done our primaries and in accordance with the provisions of our party's constitution, and we have gone beyond that. Ruben and his paymaster, rather than showing gross ignorance of how a political party operates, should go and prepare for the election. Now, my question is, if the list of candidates come out and it is seen that the people in APP are the governor's loyalists, former PDP members, how do you think the Labour Party would react? And does the Labour Party have confidence in RESEC?
If the people on the list of the APP candidates comes out and it turns out that they are all the governor's loyalists or they are all PDP or former PDP members, as he said, then it points out to the fact that what the Prince Favor Ruben said is true, and that will lead to a reaction from Labour Party, because we expect a level playing field. That's why we are participating in the LG elections. If we think for a second that it's going to be business as usual, where somebody alleged in 2023, or I think early this year even, and said usually LG elections are done in Government House, the results are written and they come out to announce. If we ever think or saw the governor, similarly Fubara, in that light, we won't be participating in an election, because nobody participates in a sham. Why would we participate in a sham? You know, what's the reason? Then you should just stay in our houses and then you do the appointments and then we all go home and call it a day. So if we are going to participate in the election, we have to see it as being a free and fair election as a people. And we expect that the governor will do better and greater than the people that he has constantly criticized. And
now the question is, what makes you think, because you say, oh, the people will choose, allow the people to choose, the people know the persons that are good for several positions at a local government level. But what is the confidence that people will come out and participate? Because yet again, local government elections are characterized, not just in Rivers State, all across the country, are characterized by apathy. What is the guarantee? What is giving you the confidence?
You see, just like the presidential election in 2023, these LG elections in Rivers State is quite different for us, the people who turned out en masse in 2023 elections at the presidential election, because we know that this is a precursor to 2027.
Okay.
At the end of the day, the last elections were held, the collation were held in the council secretariats. If the LGA chairman that is voted in decides to be funny and play with the results from the election in the 2027 election, we would have the same situation we have today in Nigeria repeat itself. Rivers people know this, and Rivers people will know that things must be different. We must have an LGA chairman that is open, not handpicked by anybody, but open to the people's choices, so that he doesn't go against the wishes of the people tomorrow. All right,
so we're going to the phone lines now. We've got 19 minutes to the top of the hour. But before I do open the phone line, maybe I just reel out the numbers: 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003, and 0817-923-0007. Now, the question I'm asking the listener, you out there, is how can the people take over the local government structure? How do we take over? How do we ensure that the elections are people oriented and not for the political elites? Because I'm trying to remember his name, the lawyer. I think he did say something about the battle in Rivers State is a battle as to who will pilfer the most. Anyways, I'm not going into that, but let's take a listen to Aaron Chukwemeka one more time.
Rivers State. Some have said, from how the PDP has worked over time, it usually is the governor. There are those that said the governor is not the leader of the party in Rivers State. It is the FCT minister. You are chairman of the party. How does it work?
The leadership of the party is not in contention. It's not in contention. Forget what people will tell you. Even the governor himself knows that he's not the leader of the party. That is okay. Now, let me tell you, let me make a reference to that. When President Buhari was the president, he was not the leader of the people. Was Tinubu not the leader? They call him leader. How can you say you are the leader? Somebody brought you and made you say you are the leader. It's not now. He has never also said that. It's people who are telling him, say you are the leader. He has his respect for Wike. But I'm telling you, the problem we have in this state is because those who are catching it, they go and advise the governor wrongly. If not the
all right, I can listen to, but then again, you heard him there. So the governor himself is facing a huge challenge in his party, the PDP. I'm wondering how things will pan out as it relates to the local government elections come the 5th of October. Judge from Buguma, welcome. Quickly,
yes,
your thoughts.
Clara, good evening. Let me greet your guests in the street.
Quickly, please.
I don't know where to start now. Will I start from your last the statement from Aaron Chuku, or we'll go straight to the
just go straight
matter?
to the that was a reference. Go straight to the subject matter, please.
Okay. Now, let me say that you see, please, I want your guest to go home and work on himself and his political party and their candidate and leave insinuation and reading meanings. See, politics has a way. All political parties have their internal political mechanism before the general election. And in any way they come out, whichever way they come out, agreed. Every person you see on their platform, whether it's from other political party and they resolve in taking that person, my brother, the law does not owe anybody in on that ground. See, just go and work on yourself, because if you and I know the current political scenario on ground, and the governor is working to make sure that he ground stand ahead of 2027.
So you're saying,
and there is no two ways about it.
So
that is why
you're saying that it's right for the governor to go ahead and install people, so to say,
against the people rich.
No. What I mean is that your guest is having that feeling that maybe the governor is going the ways of his former governor.
Did you listen correctly?
And he's not leaving a level field ground for others and all of that. See, that is not what
you didn't hear me correctly.
Is happening. What is happening is that people are preparing. Sonny Wokokera said that, see, there are issues in the party, in our former party, and some agreed persons are moving, trying to create a platform for their political journey ahead.
All right.
Let that be known to him and I.
All right.
Because there are no two ways about it.
All right, Judge, I've got to go.
People will ventilate their position.
All right.
And at the end of the day, winners will emerge. That is what I know.
All right. Thank you. I've got Clinton from Bori. Clinton, quickly, because Dede from Iwafe is waiting as well.
Kalada, good evening.
Greetings to you.
I want your guests to brace up, because those his fears will materialize.
And why do you say so?
Names have been written. It will not just be the APP.
Do you have proof? Do you have proof to that effect?
I am a grassroots politician, Kalada.
But you know, I would always ask for proof. You know, I mean, we need facts.
Leave that aside. I will tell you very soon. You will hear it.
Okay.
October 5th is just by the corner.
Okay.
I tell you for free that no form of campaign is going on in the local government. Nobody is campaigning anything. What are they waiting for to campaign? What are they waiting for to publish the names? No posters anywhere to show the election is going on. And meetings are going on in the government house. I tell you for free, they have written names. Unfortunately, this is against the will of the people, because if it's an election in a democracy.
Oh, sorry about that, Clinton. Connection errors. Dede from Iwafe, welcome.
I agree to you. For me, I think the people are eager to really get it right. I mean, concerning the local government election.
Okay.
And for me, I only follow the political pocketing of the people tried from federal to local level. We are not expecting anything different. No matter how it looks like. And there's no amount of pressure, either from any radio station, just like yours, or anybody, that will force anybody to do anything contrary to the way politics in Nigeria is being played. Allegations, counter-allegations, and also court cases, counter-court cases and judgments. For me, as a citizen, I've come to a conclusion that politicians have succeeded in slaughtering the judiciary by the most. When I mean the most, it must happen in their own way. They violate and choose the court order to obey and to follow. So I know that political parties is like a veil. It's not like you now going to Rumola. You will see Peaceman, you will see Niger Delta, you will see River Shore.
Summarize it.
The other one.
Yeah.
It's anyone you want. That you pay. As long as you meet up the demand of the vehicle, you can enter inside and take off and you take off.
All right.
Your destination. That is what political parties are.
All right.
So whichever party that anybody wants to fly with, as long as he meets up the rules and regulations of the political party, they are all good to go.
All right then.
It's
All right.
not a new thing.
All right.
It's not even a subject for any discussion.
All right,
And I'm just
I've got to go. I'm sorry about that. I've got Dawari from Burukiri. Dawari, welcome.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, greetings.
Let me thank the brother that is in the studio. What I want to say is very, very simple. The governor, most party is working with him. Love it with their
Okay,
heart.
so most parties are working with him.
Most other party.
Okay.
Not other party that withdraw from the race. Particularly, I'm speaking on behalf of Boot Party.
Okay.
Boot Party took this thing upon itself, take Martin Samuel William and others to court to tell that they have closed their seat. Personally, spending money with the lawyers and other things. Due to the way they love the governor to develop River State. So if he decides to pick up APP people to take over everything, I believe tomorrow it will bring another face of enmity to him.
Okay.
So let every party that is a candidate contest.
All right.
And whosoever win in the polling unit carry the day.
All right. So free, fair, credible. All right.
A candidate of your, because they are APP or whatsoever, your people.
All right, Dawari, I've
allow
got
the
to go.
people to contest, and anybody that took the day win the
Election.
So everybody will come together and work with him. That is it. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Got JJ from Port Harcourt Township. JJ, welcome.
Yeah, Canada. Good evening, and I greet your guest in the studio.
All right.
I greet you too.
I must agree with your guest in certain aspects who said that the governor's followership has increased, the support has increased over time. Canada, they said if you don't know your history, you may not know where you're coming from. This governor right now is the first governor that won 23/23 when he came in here. Remember? And as soon as that happened, everybody started supporting him. We were in Opobonkoro yesterday for inspection of projects. It was massive. On schedule, just surprise inspection, and everywhere was filled up. We move as if that's not enough. We were in Bori to inspect the Bori internal road. Bros, you not see where I put body. That's to show you the organic support of the governor. And whoever will be running under anywhere that the governor says this is it, then it's good to go.
All right.
Because of the support already. The governor's support is swelling every day. And I want to assure the man in the studio that those who confess of writing results in government out, they are all gone. This one, the governor cannot have such support and now succumb or condescend so low to go and begin to write it. No, now.
JJ.
I'm listening.
So you're saying the governor would build bridges, or basically would allow a free, fair, credible election, and it would not use the APP.
That is the name of the whole thing. The governor does not believe in all those writing results. People like Tony Okocha who confess on writing results, they are not there. They said they are not even contesting because there's no opportunity to write results here. That's just how it is.
All right, JJ, I've got to go. Thank you very much. Let's read this message. It says, "Good day, KDB. I used to love Governor Fubara, but I don't love him again. It's clear that the pattern of governance hasn't changed. We're still doing politics and broad. That's the weakest government 2.2. For the LG elections, I'm still hearing and picking and selection of candidates by the governor. Let's avoid a case of I bought forms for all of them tomorrow. All this Fubara or Wike lead, we follow kind of politics is backward. If a leader is wrong, call him to order, just as Fubara is doing now, Frankie. Okay, this one says it is a run to ask if the election would favor Rivers people. Is there any registered political party in the state that does not have Rivers people as members who go join justice? I don't know if you've been in Nigeria. I mean, there are Nigerians in every political party, but political parties, have they favored Nigerians, so to say? But let's see this one. He says, "Good afternoon, Canada. It doesn't matter the platform under which the governor's loyalists contest the forthcoming local government elections, the most important thing is that the popular candidates, irrespective of the political platform, win. So the Labour Party should concentrate on conversing for votes and not the platform which the governor's loyalists are contesting. Democracy is about the will of the people and not the platform. Best in Port Harcourt. I do have another commercial break, but when I do come back, I would be taking the, conclusive statement of my guest as we wrap up the conversations this particular one. Remember, we would revisit it during the open season for a bit, so you want to stay tuned.